Ladies and gentlemen, the day is finally upon us. The day we've always been waiting for. A push for the Iron Age to come to prominence because the Actors Union, this Film Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA will go on strike, shutting down Hollywood. Oh no, the horror, the horror. In case you didn't know, the Writers Guild has been on strike for, what, at least 2 months now, since May, June, July, yeah, going on a little over 2 months now. And what that did initially is it shut down the late night talk shows, these so-called comedians who apparently are so funny and just so hilarious that they need writers for their shows. Nothing of value was lost. Do you miss the late night talk shows? I stopped watching them a long time ago. Nothing but nonsense. The days of Johnny Carson are long behind us. Hell, even Jay Leno. But now, as of midnight tonight, the time of this recording, Thursday, July 13th, the Actors Guild, the Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA, will join the pathetic writers as they go on strike, yelling and screaming for better pay when the nonsense that they've been putting out over the years has been mediocre at best. Just look at what's at the box office right now. The Flash, Indiana Jones, box office failure after box office failure. The people who wrote, what was it, Strange Worlds? That was a failure. What about Elemental? Poor Pixar, that was a failure. The writers that gave us the barely, if they're lucky, box office mediocrity of the live-action Little Mermaid. These are the actors that are going on strike, or that went on strike, and want better pay, more, I guess, consistent pay, dependable pay, guaranteed money. Those are the writers that are on strike right now. And you wonder why no one's paying attention, no one's talking about it, because no one cares. Nothing of value has been lost. But this article from Forbes, SAG-AFTRA, the union representing screen actors, will go on strike starting Thursday at midnight. Oh no, boo-hoo. Union leaders announced a seismic event for the entertainment industry. I don't think it is as seismic as they want to believe. So many people, things got shut down a few years ago, in case you've forgotten. Everybody was sent home. Writing was discontinued or put on hold. The studios closed their doors for a little while, except in California, where they were allowed to continue working while restaurants and other businesses got shut down. But, what do I know? We went through this already, and people survived. As a matter of fact, there's quite a few YouTube channels that flourished, that were created and gained prominence. Why? Because they were entertaining. They talked about interesting things. They made their own place in the entertainment genre. And whether you like it or not, whether you think there is any sort of, future or career when it comes to content creation on YouTube, it's here, it flourished, and it continues to flourish. Silly people like me decided to make their own channel, and hey, I'm not struggling to gain an audience, going a little bit here and there, but a lot of people just decided to cut the cord years ago, and they left it cut. So filming shutting down in Hollywood, the writing already shut down, a decade ago, based on the almost AI generated storylines that we've been getting from Disney, from Warner Brothers, on TV shows, the talk shows, everything. Just bad writing after bad writing. And these people want raises. So we go, let's see, what are the key facts? Union's national board voted unanimously to go on strike. Oh no. What a shame. Strike has been widely anticipated after SAG-AFTRA announced early Thursday the contract had expired without a deal being reached. I've heard rumblings, and a lot of these studios have been talking behind the scenes on talk shows and articles and everything. They want the strike to go on as long as humanly possible, because the longer it goes on, it's going to reach a point where they can back out of the contracts that they have with these writers, these piss poor writers, and renegotiate better contracts, or at least what the studios feel as better contracts, wanting to hold off on negotiations for as long as humanly possible, to the point where some of these writers are going broke and have no choice but to come to the table in desperate fashion. Actors can be replaced. Writers can be replaced. The more qualified, talented, successful writers, has been said on other channels, but they will still have work because they have a name, they have a reputation. The new people coming in, they're the ones that are going to get screwed in all of this. Now, yes, that is unfortunate, that is a shame, and you always want decent pay, but you also need quality work. A meritocracy is needed in all forms of entertainment. We need to get back to that, where the quality of your work determines your pay. And if you write shit stories, such as Velma and She-Hulk, then you don't deserve to get the high dollars that shows like the people who wrote for Arcane or the original Game of Thrones, but also the new one, the new Game of Thrones. I didn't watch it. It was fantastic. I've heard lots of things about it. Somebody tell me what the name of the show is, because I just cannot remember. The spinoff, Game of Thrones spinoff. There's a difference in that quality of writing. One of them, also Picard Season 3. That was also fantastic. Andor, the best Disney Star Wars that unfortunately nobody watched because everyone was so jaded by the garbage that Disney was putting out before. Meritocracy is needed. You put out quality products, then you get paid quality prices. If you continue to put out trash, you don't deserve your job. Get better at your craft or find something else to do. Learn to code. AMPTP, PCP, PTP. Call to strike, certainly not the outcome we hoped for. It's the outcome the studios sure as hell hoped for. Regrettably chosen a path that will lead to financial hardship for countless thousands of people who depend on the industry. That is probably the more unfortunate part, is the people behind the scenes, the production side, the people who run the camera, the production office, the set up the stages. They're the ones that are going to suffer the most, but I'm sure they'll find work. I genuinely hope. The pretentiousness behind the actors and the writers that feel they deserve better pay or more pay for, regardless of what sort of product they put out, is nonsense. I hope that sentence made sense. Can you decipher it enough? Make better products, you'll get better pay. Strike is expected to shut down all film and television production that uses SAG-AFTRA members. Oh, so if they don't use the Film Actors Guild members, then they can continue filming, even if outside the U.S. So what you're saying is, people who are just interested in acting and they're not part of the guild, they can continue acting, they can continue writing, and they can continue filming. The days of the scab and it being such a naughty, nasty, bad word, I don't think we live in those times anymore. The culture is changing. The entertainment industry, well, whether they like it or not, is changing. More independent creators are coming out of the woodworks. When you have YouTubers, content, social media stars, essentially, creating comic books, writing novels, published novels, successfully published novels, graphic novels, and movies. Quality movies that will be, well, I hope it's a quality movie. I can't wait. I'm talking about Markiplier's Iron Lung horror movie that's coming out. You don't need the big budget anymore to make entertainment, to make something that's entertaining with a decent quality. It may not have the high budget quality of Hollywood, but maybe it's time to go back down to the lower budgets. Maybe it's time to turn your back on Hollywood, go to the more independent film, help support the more independent entertainment industry, with people who have more heart, more soul, more love, and more passion for the things that they're doing, and they aren't just interested in the paycheck. The paycheck is always nice. You want to be successful. Everyone wants to be successful. But if you create something with passion and the quality shows, then you can gain a following. Whether it's in the music industry, comic books, novels, video games, or episodic TV, or even movies. It can be done. It has become more reachable for the independent scene to get this done. So I don't think this little strike is going to go as well as they hope. They feel like they're threatening the studios to bend the knee in this case. And I don't think the studios could care less, or couldn't care less. Yeah, I don't think they couldn't care less. They're looking to get out of these contracts with the writers. And if these actors believe that the studio has no choice now that the actors are on strike, that the studio has to bend the knee, has to come to the negotiation table and agree to the demands of the writers, they may have a hard pill to swallow. But let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, leave a dislike. I appreciate you making it this far. Have a good one.